As athletes, we're always looking to find that extra edge, that extra 1%, marginal gains. Things like dimpled tri-suits, special chain oil, drinks that supposedly make you faster than Christian Blumenfeld. And the list goes on, but let's face it, that attention to detail probably goes beyond most of our budgets. However, there are a lot of smaller everyday changes that we can make that can add up to make a very big difference. And I suspect you're not doing them all. So, can you confidently say that you have got the perfect bike setup? Are you like many who've just eyeballed their setup and it kind of feels roughly right? Or maybe you did get a professional bike fit many moons ago and since then you've changed bikes, you've tweaked it a little bit more and it no longer really resembles anything like that. Well, if that's you, it's time to sort it out. A proper bike fit will allow you to put out maximum power whilst improving your efficiency, your aerodynamics, and your comfort. And add all these up and they become quite substantial marginal gains. And bike fitting technology has come on a long way now and it'll make sure that you're in that right bike position rather than just looking good. Maintenance. I mean, we all know we should do this, but how often do we really give our bike that full tender loving care that it deserves? I mean, did you know that a dirty chain could cost you in the region of 3 to 5 watts, and depending on your power output? And that is a 1 to 2% power loss. Don't worry, I would never do that to you. I will always look after you and clean you, I promise. Not only is it a loss of efficiency, but it can end up costing you in the long run. If you allow all that dirt and grime to get onto your bike and into certain parts, it can cause excessive wear. Now, we're not suggesting that you spend hours doing a full once-over every time you ride your bike, but if you do make sure you dedicate 5 minutes to the key areas, it'll make all the difference. It's not just about the bike though. What about you? One marginal gain that can easily be applied is what you're eating. Making sure you're eating the right food at the right time around your training and your racing. First up, starting with healthy food choices. What? And secondly, making sure you're fueling well pre, during and post-training.
Oh yep, I am on it.
Getting this right will not only allow you to nail your session, but it'll also help you recover quicker and better for your subsequent sessions, overall making a significant difference over time. Whoa, okay, this one, throwing a training plan into the mix sounds like a big one, but hear me out. If you are currently not following any sort of structured training and you're looking to improve, well, this could be quite an easy fix. Yes, you could go down the route of hiring a coach or following a training plan, but just by making a routine and having some sort of structure, you'll see improvements. If you currently just head out the door and go for any old ride, well, you're not going to be getting the full benefits. So just simply by making sure that you've got some decent training and some quality rest, you'll soon start to notice a difference. Well, that leads me on to our next point. If you are training for a specific event, make sure that you are training for that actual event. It's all about training with specificity. So you might need to do a little bit of research for this. You want to check out the course, the distance, etc., and everything around that. And then you want to make sure that come race day, you can handle a tricky descent or a tough climb. Or you know at what section of the course you've got to put your head down and really put some force stand through those pedals. And then you need to incorporate this into your plan. So making sure you're working on those key areas and you can build up the intensity and the time spent in that. And just think, your fellow competitors might well have not done this homework, and as a result, it'll give you that marginal gain. And one final marginal gain, although actually I'd argue it's more than a marginal gain, a course recon. Now, in addition to looking at the course and knowing those bits that you need to add into your training, if you can actually get out onto the course and practice it physically ahead of the race, you'll have a huge advantage. A bit like mountain bikers go and do a jump before a race on the course. Well, if there's certain sections you think might be tricky, you can head out to those and practice them multiple times so you know you'll be confident on race day. If you don't have the luxury of the time to get out onto a course, well, you can take it onto the virtual world. Most races now have GPX files, so you can download that and take a really close look, or maybe even load it onto the platform and then you can ride it on your smart trainer. There's a lot of options that can give you those marginal gains. No matter what challenge, event, or personal goals you have, pay attention to the small details. They will all start to add up, and those marginal gains will make a difference. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed it. It's given you a few ideas ahead of your next challenge. If you want to support us here at the channel, do give us a like and subscribe if you're not yet doing so.